So there's your boy G, and there's a new Harley behind me, and we just red lighted to red light it. He lost with his 1800 cc's. He lost to the 650 twice. I wish I had been filming it, but it does make me think I should talk about this damn engine. Dear boy, Mr. G. I'm gonna hit the highway. I haven't been able to do that. If he hits the highway too, then I will race him again. He ain't. But yeah, that's this engine, the Suzuki 650 engine, might just be the best engine ever created for the common man. I mean, like, you gotta understand, at this point I've been on, 60 different bikes or something. And I'm gonna tell you why I love it so much. And yes, I do think Kawasaki Ninja 650 engine is great. But this thing, it is just amazing. I mean, first of all, I'm at a red light with this guy with a V-twin, with air-cooled V-twin, with 1800 cc's. He's on like a 550-pound bike. I'm on like a 475-pound bike, right? And he's got all this extra, torque and all, and horsepower compared to me. And it's the street, the new Street Bob. That engine is absolutely amazing. He's got his bike, he's got the red denim, he's all decked out. And he tried twice and then realized on his third try he didn't want to try no more. You just don't understand how, like, it's so versatile, because it's everything, like all the torque and horsepower it has is usable. And the acceleration is like not going to scare anybody. Like, you never feel like it's a dud, unless unless you're a track guy, maybe. Not really, because it's the gsxr engine. It's just modified for the adventure bike segment. So what makes it so good, and like, for example, I can just be chilling like this and then see a guy and be like, let's go red light to red light, is because it'll go down to that 12 tack. Like when I was on the tack, it'll go down to the 12. Not in every gear though. I learned that this morning. In first gear, it'll stop at like 11-ish. When I was on the Versus 650, and it said like 14, but it would just dead stop at 10. But so what happens is you have this usable torque that the engine just keeps going. It just keeps going and going. And so, like, when I'm second gearing and I'm hitting like 9, he's like starting to rev out in third gear already. And he's seeing me just keep pulling, so he just gave up. He knows he can't deal with it. And here's what I mean, like, so let's say I wanted to pass somebody. Let me see where I'm at first. So I want to pass somebody. I look, I drop down 2 gears, and look, I'm at 70 miles per hour. I'm only 7,000 RPMs, and the thing is just like, yes, give me more. And you can't really mess with that. Like, how much more bike do you need than that? And if you were on the Naked, or even on the full fairing gsxr, it weighs even less than this. And I'm going to tell you right now, all these people talk about, my bike has this and it has that, and I put these plugs and this exhaust. Really? Because I did nothing to my bike and I just dusted that guy off. Here's the thing. The old saying goes like this. If you want to be faster, just add less weight. And that's a big part of why this 650 is so good. The bikes are light, and so the 650cc is more than enough. You're just gonna hang out next to me, Holmes. Now, it does have some things that you need to know about it. Suzuki's, especially the older models. This is a 2011. I had a 2011 Hayabusa. that, I'm not kidding now, I'm not exaggerating, Hayabusa guys can jump on and verify this, the engine braking was better at slowing down the bike by far than the rear brake. And that's not quite that bad on this, but it's kind of the same. The rear brake is basically there to help you stop at a light and take your hands off the bars. That's about all it really does. I'm going to take 295. And the engine braking is there, but it's weird. It's much improved because I guess because it's just a little V-twin. You know, it's not that 4-cylinder monster that weighs 650 pounds and is just basically a torpedo. So the engine braking on this is like in first, second, and third gear, it's pretty harsh. And so you got to watch for it. What you'll do, what I do anyway, I think is as you get used to your bike, this does not dip into turns, by the way. It's up kind of high in a short wheelbase, and so watch for that. It's not like horrible turning, it's great, but it's not great compared to a lot of other bikes. And you know, if you're on a bike that turns really well, you might be like, yo, what the heck? Oh, that's what I need, a nice dusty road at highway speeds. So you got to be careful for that. And then this has a 5th and 6th gear, and 6 is supposed to be like overdrive. And you know, I've overdrive in the 650 versus is actually overdrive. This is more just like an added top end gear, and there's nothing wrong with that. The engine is so smooth that it's sometimes hard to tell the difference anyway. It does have vibration through the bars. It's a weird like kind of tight. Instead of getting hit with the Harley thump thump thump, what you're getting hit with is like the just like millions of really tiny, barely feel it hits. But over time, I think that vibration could put your hands to sleep. So you're gonna probably, I'm gonna probably put some kind of dampener on it. Okay, just hit a pothole at 60 and the bars handle and the bike handled it, and I'm happy with that, and not happy that that friggin' pothole's there. So drop down, boom, usable all day. It's just and the new 650 has like 40 different changes to make it lighter and more efficient. And the Suzuki 650 engine is just basically all the engine any two people putting gear on a bike could possibly ever need. It's perfection. 6th gear is not really overdrive. And then there's another weird thing, which is 5th and 6th gear, they pull like, I'm not going to say they pull like the way like an air-cooled V-twin pulls, like a Harley pulls, for example. I mean, a Harley, it's like in 6th gear, you're coming into 2nd gear territory, and you're in 6th gear, like, chug, 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 pull, and you're good. But they do pull from way down low, and much lower than, like, any air-cooled engine really has any business pulling from. The clutch is, like, not a single finger. I can't really single finger it. But the clutch engagement is let's do 2 finger, right? So 2 finger, 1, 2. It's easily 2 finger. You never feel like, am I in neutral? Did I miss neutral? Can I find neutral? Goes right into gear. So you've got a great transmission on top of the fact that the engine is. It's just the pinnacle of everything that anybody ever could possibly want if you're planning on keeping your motorcycle, right? So like, what I mean by that is my Hayabusa was just an engineering marvel. And when I first got on it, I was like, oh my God, motorcycles can do that? Why is that even legal? I'm gonna die on this thing. This is awesome. It's not that. It's not the kind of bike that later on you're like, I am going to die on this thing. I need to get a different bike. It's like this, everything about it is user-friendly, and I think until electric engines really take over, this is just, this 650 Suzuki, I think that the Ninja 650 is definitely in the discussion. I've heard that about the Triumph Triple 800. I've never ridden it. I don't know. But it just seems to be, to me, just like, let's drop 2 gears, 6,000 on attack, boom. I mean, I can't even speed up enough, and it's only at like 9, and I'm running out of space between me and the car in front of me instantly. It's just wow. So, you disagree? Or you think that there's a better engine out there, and you'd like to go tit for tat? Let's go. Hit me up in the comment section. Tell me something I don't know. Your boy, Mr. G, out and about on the highway, and I'm doing 80, and it's just not even an issue. And some people will be like, oh, this tiny little engine, how are you going to do highway speeds? It's a joke. What are you talking about? Like, share, and subscribe. Road to freedom. Like, talk. And hit me up. Peace.